So what's up, guys? I got my drum about full with the 22-inch propane tank inside there, and I'm gonna fire it up. It's Friday night. Gonna have a little fun making a few ingots. We'll see how many I turn up. I'll tune back in once I'll give y'all a close-up of it. I already had about 150 pounds, about a bucket and a half of clip-ons inside here, melted down with clips removed. So we'll see what we come up with. So I'll set up I'll move a few things around, get them out of the heat zone, and by the time I get this, I'll fire this thing up. By the time I get it all melted, it'll be even a little bit more cooler than it is out here right now. It's about 80 out here right now. So I've been working at stocking these wheel weights in this thing all week. I do about a bucket or a half a bucket a night after work. So we'll see what we produce. I'll be back once I get it melted. Back before it melted. Right now, you can hear it. I got my 100-pound tank running. It's a tall boy. And we're not quite up temp yet. I got some slag I throwed in there with them wheel weights. And pretty good bit of metal. I scraped out of something else. And this is my lighting hole, but it also works out to be a very good viewing hole. You can see I got a 10-inch burner inside here. That 10-inch burner, it heats it up enough. I tried it with a 4-inch burner for this big thing. A 22-inch pot is quite large, and a 4-inch burner is just not enough to get it hot. And there was a gentleman that contacted me telling me that it wasn't going to be good enough, but I had to try it for myself as usual. I have to learn my own way. So now this time we will tune back in once I'm scooping clips. I'll video that for those that might be curious. I got my heat sink set up here. I'm going to take my cast iron ingot molds and put on this piece of it's a type of bracket come off of a very old dovetailing machine, and it's quite thick, as you can see. So that's a heat sink. Now I'll lay them cast iron ingot molds, 6 of them fit across it perfect. It sucks the heat out of that molten lead, and then I'll take some pliers and I'll stack them on that concrete block. Last time I ran some, I stacked up 150 pounds, and that pot wasn't quite full. So we'll see. And something else I've been getting is a little whistle. Those of you that know something about propane equipment, I'm getting a whistle out of this thing, and I'm wanting to say it's coming out of the tank. Why it will be whistling, I don't know. So anyway, if you got a recommendation on why I'm getting a hum or a whistle, feel free to comment about that. I'll tune back in when I'm scooping clips, guys. Alright, we're back, guys. Got everything melted down. I got you can probably see a small pile in there. I got my homemade spatula for fluxing. It's pretty lengthy, so I can get a long hold on things and not get burnt. Let's don't be silly. Let's see what I can do about fluxing some of these clips down. Gonna need a good bit of flux for this. If I can get it broke. It's homemade. It's sawdust and grease and paraffin and everything made in a crock pot. Now I turn it off and let it cool, and it comes out of the crock pot. Now, what I like to do is push it under, and this stuff I make, for some reason, when I push it under the lead, it boils, and I'd imagine that's flaring up pretty good underneath the surface of the lead. Look at there, I got a clip stuck on there. Don't let anybody fool you. That shit's hot. Let's see. Throw some more flux in there. There we go. Now we got some fire. Good fire will bring the heat up in the melt. Get these clips out of here nice and clean. Leave all of my metal behind. Now obviously you don't want too much fire, but you want enough so that you're heating your melt up good on the upper surface, not just the lower surface. That's my experience anyway. Yeah, I probably am a professional at this by now. But, you know, you can try this at home too. This is something that I got to this scale because I pick up the weights regularly. And about once a month, I pick up a couple of 5-gallon buckets. And, you know, it just got to the point where I didn't want to sit by a furnace all the time. So I said, you know what? I'm going to build a furnace. Let that cool off right there. And this is another little home welded gadget. So I'm going to take this thing right here, and I'm about to put me some gloves on because this is a little short. Safety first and all that crap, you know. So basically I just take that thing right there, shake any excess molten lead I can out of there, and I dump it in that bucket. And it's fine to keep your heat good and high while you're doing this. That makes it, basically, it keeps your lead where it's going to drip off. I don't know if y'all can see it dripping off there or not. I'll pick up the camera just a second. It does a pretty good job of keeping it liquefied. That's also the flux acting. The flux is very important. I'll tune back in when I go to pouring ingots. All right, guys, we got all those clips out of there, and now that I got all those clips out of there, a lot of folks think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna flux it again. I'm gonna throw that in there and push it under, get my fire going. Flux it again. Mix that metal up good. You can hear it gurgling underneath there. That's a big melt, so I don't want to get too wild with my stirring, because it's about like water in a tank. And it's about gurgled out. Now see, the sawdust in this flux I made is going to lay on top of the melt. I'm just going to scoop it out of the way when I get ready to pour these ingots here in a second. I'm just going to push it out of the way. I'll take my spatula here and I'll just pull the excess dross to the side and leave it in there. And that sawdust will form a little layer on there. It helps keep the oxides down off the top of this melt. So we're good with that. I'm gonna make sure my molds are lined up there. And I'll set y'all, well, I'll let y'all see that right there. And let's see how to have that thing set up. I guess I ain't much of a video technician, but I'm trying. So I got my gloves on. That is a dipper. Holds 13 ounces, which is a lot of lead. These ingots weigh about 6 pounds a piece. If they're full to the brim. Knock my slag back off, and I'm going to lay this back here so it can preheat or stay heated. I'm going to take a screwdriver and set that thing down. And I'll tune back in when I get them all casted up. As you can see, they're mighty shiny. I'll have a whole stack of them on that block when I tune back in. getting low now. We'll see how far we get here. Probably gonna kill this thing here in a minute. I'll let it cool off. And I'll come back tomorrow morning and take and peel that cookie out of there. I might be able to get about 6 more ingots out of it. We'll see what I can do. We'll see what I can do. As you can see there, I've got a nice stack of bricks. Each one of those about 6 pounds a piece. I've got all that there. So we'll see how far we get. And taking. Reorganize these things tomorrow. Let them cool off. It takes a lot longer for large ingots to cool. A lot of people don't realize the larger the mass of metal, the longer it'll take to cool. And check back in with y'all when I'm ready to quit. This is the last of it. In case you're wondering, yes, these ingots are still hot. Move these inside in the morning. It's time to get some sleep now. I'll show y'all. That's what's left there. That's what's left. A little bitty cookie. That's probably, I'll give that 6 or 7 inches in diameter. And I'll pop that cookie out there and I'll save it for the next time I melt down clip-ons. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share. Let me know what you think. Ask questions. I'll be glad to answer them. Y'all have a good weekend.